Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all collective. I appreciate y'all more than y'all even know. But if you haven't subbed up, you new to the channel, you watching it on TV or whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you having a smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
The fog. Oh my goodness. California is covered in fog. It looks like I live in the sky. This is crazy. Look at the fog. I woke up this morning. Usually you can see the whole city of California. There's a building so you can kind of see. Okay, this building kind of indicates to you how much the fog is taking over the city. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I can't see anything. Listen, Lord, I know I'm not in heaven. I mean, I'm going to heaven, but you know, Jesus, like, I don't want to see you just yet. Give me some more years, some more years on earth. But, child, this looks like I'm living in heaven right now, child. Oh my God.
That shit is crazy. Man-made.
Y'all remember when I told y'all to watch out for the eggs and the chickens, right? Now people are reportedly popping up with giant parasites inside of their eggs. This looked like a 2-foot tapeworm that came out of an egg that a woman was boiling. And this is not the only incident where there's parasites that is coming out of people's eggs. What is going on with our food source? First the chickens catch the bok clap, then the prices of eggs go up, and not only are the prices of eggs go up, now they got little friends inside of them. There are multiple people that are popping up and showing that they have live specimens inside of their eggs. So please check your eggs before you consume them. You might have little creatures in them. And I'm not telling y'all to completely stop eating eggs, but before you consume them, you might want to put them under a microscope or further investigation. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about these parasites that's popping up all over in people's eggs in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. That damn tapeworm look real. I seen a tapeworm come out of a dude's nose. The doctor was like putting pressure on his nose and she was like pulling it and pulled a whole tapeworm out his nose. And one of them times she y'all probably seen this video. She let go of it for a second to try to grab something else, and that mug started going right back into, oh bro, this shit was crazy. She had to like put pressure on it some more and get it to come all the way out, man. And looking at that clip with them eggs with the tapeworm, the very first one, they boiling it, bro. I don't know if I'm the only one, but my stomach was starting to hurting. Y'all let me know if I'm the only one. That shit was not cool. I did have some eggs like a week, probably like about a week ago, but ain't nothing really going wrong with me. But when I seen this, be cautious before y'all consume it. Make sure you looking through your shit. That's crazy.
Really exactly scary.
I'm a santo. I do palo. I'm a santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like, all that sacrificing goats and all that shit not just for like, that's real life.
You sacrificed a goat?
You seen that shit, bro. That's real life, bro.
Really?
I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do shit for certain shit, though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it how you want me to explain it. I think how you want me to explain it, but yeah.
Well, I can do my research. That's interesting.
It ain't even gonna, you're not even gonna find it like
hard
that.
To Google?
Wait, Skrilla, damn, the sacrifices, the hidden whippets.
Did you see what's happening on the Asthma Ranch? They recently started excavating on the land to get a small lake, but as they were documenting this process, things started to not go as planned. As they continued to document their work, members of their team started going missing and they started seeing strange things. They've been posting their findings on this YouTube account. And I don't know if this is like skinwalkers or evil spirits, but you need to think twice before messing with old land.
I think they're going to try to sacrifice Kendrick.
Don't say that.
Why would she think that they're going to try to sacrifice Kendrick? Let's do a deep dive and decode the Super Bowl, because y'all been asking me. Do y'all see before the halftime show, they zoomed out and showed this big red button? The Super Bowl was located at Caesar's palace. What happened to Caesar? He gained a lot of power in the government of Rome and amongst the people, and he was going to bring Egypt and Rome together. Now, what happened to Caesar? He was assassinated because he gained too much power, and the government officials didn't like that. So Kendrick's halftime show starting off with this big red button is no coincidence as to why we would think that. Especially because Kendrick is not from Louisiana. Now, who chose Kendrick to perform the halftime show? Jay-Z. Jay-Z has very, very deep ties in the industry, and he is a representative for our culture. He's the one who sits down with the old white men. The strategy of picking K-Dot for the halftime show is directly linked to the awakening and the revolution that's happening within the minds of Americans. Kendrick Lamar as an artist transcends boundaries on hip-hop. There's a reason why he won a Pulitzer Prize in 2018. He provides breadcrumbs of revolutionary resistance in his music that Americans, and especially melanated people, can connect to. And that is what is currently happening in the minds of Americans right now, and Jay-Z knows that. As a fellow Gemini, Kendrick is very, very intelligent. He knows this. So now let's go to his performance. To start off the halftime, we are taken through the Apple. The camera angle that's showing us the stage is a PlayStation controller. On a PlayStation controller, the buttons are in a diamond shape with the triangle at the top. The buttons are in each corner, and the way he makes his moves are in the T, same way on the controller. As you notice in the crowd, the loading is at 100%, ready to start the games. Now, why would he have his stage as a PlayStation game controller? Who owns PlayStation? Sony. Now, I'm not pointing this out because of Drake. I'm pointing it out because of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson owned 50% of Sony and ATV Publishing, and he said that they were trying to get him and tarnish his image. And some people think because of his influence, just like Julius Caesar, he was assassinated. Throughout his performance, you will notice that he is paying homage to people who have fallen because of the game. Even Michael Jackson's sister, LaToya, wanted to investigate Sony. Because of this, there are a lot of people who are worried about her. They think that something is slowly depleting her energy. Now, the Super Bowl opens up with Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle Sam. He starts off by saying, "Welcome to America's greatest game." Kendrick chooses to open up on the square. Squares represent confinement, preventing energy from moving freely beyond the trap. Growing up in Compton, looking at the state of America and the melanated people here, he knows the trap has been set, and all you can do is play the game. Kung Fu Kenny opens up on his GNX in the same position that XXXTentacion was in his XXL freestyle. In his unreleased rap, he's speaking the same message that X put out. Some people believe that XXXTentacion was sacrificed because of his influence. On Pandora alone, he had 2.1 billion streams. In his 2017 XXL freestyle, he stated that he will be the one to unalive those who go against human rights, pointing out those who do bad go to prison in PC, which might mean professional corporation, which could be stating that privately owned prisons help higher-ups evade real punishment. In this freestyle, he explains how you approach these disagreeable beings, staying calm and expressing the presence of their doom. And Kendrick opens up the same way. In this unreleased rap, he speaks on no more handshake and hugs, it's time. The energy only circulates through us, the people, and everybody must be judged. Also saying that in this performance, you will not get the picture if you sit for hours on a loop watching this. In this rap, he stated that he was given government money, but now he's going to seize the government with their own money. And as he stands up, he said the revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Some people on TikTok are saying that that's a shot at Trump. I think he's talking about himself. Basically saying, true, this is the right time for an artist like myself to be performing. But you picked the wrong person because now I'm finna speak. I am the judgment that comes for those who go against humanity. Now let's move on. People who coming out the car are red, white, and then blue. They are excited. They ready to pop off. They ready for whatever is to come. The white and the red shake hands, and then women in red are coming out the GNX. GNX represents humanity. After all of the players come out, the only ones who stay with him is the women in red. You notice that the women in red have wigs that are half black and half red. For Kendrick, the black is representing humanity and also representing Black Americans. That term black is for a whole nother video. Let's get into what these colors mean. We know that the colors that he used was to show symbolism to the American flag. The color red is the symbol of sacrifice and the blood of those who fought for the country. You know, the bravery it takes. The white represents purity, innocence, angels, freedom, peace when you wave the white flag. And blue represents justice and strength. In the performance when they got out of the GNX, the men left. He is the only man standing on the stage with the women who are all in red. Now, for those who know the statistics of melanated Americans' households, they know that the men leave and the women stay, but they deal with all of the sacrifices, taking care of life, and showing the willingness to stand by with all of this tragedy that is happening in America, and still decide to create life in this current circumstances. Now, Squabble Up turns on. There are men in white who are on the stage with him. Notice how there is no blue. They shield him and give him the energy and protection he needs to get through this. There is no blue. There is no justice right now, but he's still being amped up by the angels, by the white, the pureness, the innocence. Basically saying, we got him. What y'all gonna do? During this entire time, we know that Kendrick knows that he is a pawn. In my head, he is representing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Because in him saying the revolution will be televised, he's contradicting the original terms of what Jill Scott said. I feel like what Jill Scott meant is that there's no way that they are going to allow you on their platform to revolutionize the Americans, to show the truth, to speak about what's actually happening, to send a message to the Americans. Always twisting that free will, trying to reactivate the spell. So they're gonna need a pawn whose track record shows the connection of revolution, but also initiated into their industry, their system. Martin Luther King was having late night phone calls with the president. Then he realized he's integrated us into a burning house. And Kung Fu Kenny represents both being in the industry and also being a revolutionary. This is why he knows he's the pawn in this great American game connecting the culture. Now we gotta go to a part 2. I will see you there.
How y'all feel? Thoughts?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do you see? What do you see?
You see that?
Oh.
Hey, I heard that was in Lake Tahoe.
Has anyone figured out the symbolism of the order of the dancers in this shot? I haven't seen anybody comment on it yet, and I feel like it's almost spelling something out, but I can't quite figure out what it is.
Something galactically big is going on, and they're all aware of it, and all of this connects. It's actually insane. So in order to be able to understand all this, we need to go back. And we'll come right back to this, which just happened in Chelsea to perform at the Super Bowl. Right before the Olympics, we had these really crazy crop circles that had no other place but Stonehenge. Out of all places, I know, it's crazy. And you remember the theme of the Olympics, right? But first, this discovery was also made 1 month before. All this stuff is starting to line up, right? And also that same exact month, the moon started showing the empty part and doing this crap. All in the same month. Then of course we had the Olympic show with the praying mantis right in front of the gray alien performing. Mantis here was known to the natives and he always popped up before the grays came. Stay with me. And what was the shirt that Jim Carrey just popped out wearing? Yeah, the praying mantis. We've all heard the story of how it came to be, right? They almost look identical, huh?
Not her. Him. Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens.
So then the mantis makes an appearance right here when he's these are aliens. And then we have SZA who just performed at the Super Bowl. Then she releases her extended album. Don't give me the butterfly crap, it's a praying mantis. Because just like the native legend, the demonic meat suits are about to make an appearance. These are allegedly real. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. And every single one of these people know about it. It's a screenplay. Nah, I'm just being stupid.
I ain't gonna lie. Today's rollout, bro, y'all done sent some fire ass clips. Y'all done came rocking with these videos today, bro. This shit is crazy. And the one y'all sent with Kendrick that just passed, with the real Kaya, that clip, I had the whole interview of Jaguar Wright saying that clip had to get taken out. That was probably like 2 videos ago. How y'all feel about all this Super Bowl symbolism? How y'all feel about the message that was pushed during the Super Bowl? How y'all feel about this last clip we just saw with the mantis? Now see, I just learned that the mantis shows before the grays. Not today, but probably, I would say like the end of last year. That's when I first started hearing about the mantis. I thought the grays just pop up and it's just the grays. But nah, I see it's the mantis. But I still kind of am in the dark as far as like why he comes before. But y'all spam it up and let me know. I didn't know no crop circles even was out either. I thought they was done making crop circles. I thought they communicate and do other little shit. But if y'all seen crop circles in y'all in real life, y'all let me know. If y'all still see them, let me know. Spam it up.
Oh, the one rabbit hole that I did get into, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the Scientology stuff. I really wanted to know what was it, you know what I mean? And there was one guy who infiltrated the whole thing, but like we've seen, and I've heard stories about people that just do the test, right? It's literally an IQ test.
Yeah.
And then they try to put shit on you. But this guy, this YouTuber, he had like one of these Snapchat glasses.
Yeah.
And he went to the church service, and I've never seen.
And it's like a video cam on the glasses,
and
right?
I've never seen a Scientology church service. Like I've seen the questionnaire, but I've never seen it. And all they do, fam, the pastor goes, "Oh, everyone sit in your seat. You guys sitting? Good. Everyone sit in your seat. You sitting? Good. Everyone sit in your seat." That goes on
That's it?
for 10 minutes, fam.
Okay, sit in your chair. Good. Sit in your chair. All right, now are you sitting in your chair?
Yes.
Excellent. Sit in your chair.
And he's just saying commands over and over.
What's the point of that?
And I'm like, yo, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I went to the comments. I'm like, okay, let's see if people are no. It's just brainwashing technique. If some guy
keeps repeating it,
an accomplished task,
yeah,
it's gonna get more sensitive to obey him. So when he says, "Oh, come next week," you're gonna come next week? Yeah. Are you gonna come next week?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Are you gonna come next week?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Fam, it's 10 minutes of one command, 10 minutes of another command. Yo, it kept going. And if you're really just
That's crazy.
subconsciously like there, yo, you might get f***ed up like you.
We've just come across this, and this is them actually showing you and explaining how cloud seeding is done. We've just spoken to one of the guys here, and he's totally explains that this is exactly what's been going on over the years now, is that obviously the planes produce the clouds, and then it builds up like that, which then once it builds up like that, then the amount of moisture in there, it then produces the rain, the thunder, the lightning, which then produces the rain and the water, the moisture to the grounds. And in Thailand they use this quite a bit for areas that are very, very dry and don't have much rain. But yep, there you go guys, this is exactly how cloud seeding is done.
You know why they want black people to be Christians? Because Christianity program you niggas to being peaceful. And that's an enemy's dream, that their captors remain peaceful. You can't get no power being peaceful. But y'all stay going to church though.
And collective, y'all been sending some crazy shit today.
I'm not technically supposed to tell you this, so if something happens to me, then you'll obviously know why. I received a phone call from somebody yesterday, and I'm not going to name them because that side of my family is unfortunately very evil. And they'll probably go snooping around anyway trying to figure out who told me. But that person from that side of my family talks to Larry and my uncle at least once every single month. When I say Larry, many of you already know, but if you don't know, I'm talking about Larry Fink. Larry is unfortunately my grandfather. I did have to clear things up on 2 separate occasions because a group on TikTok wanted to go around and say that I'm apparently some Rothschild. But anyways, I received a phone call explaining a lot about this sovereign wealth fund. Specifically how it's going to work, and I'm not entirely sure as to what I can really say on this app, but I can say that that side of my family is going to make a shit ton of money. Specifically my grandfather from the assets that his company manages. Notice how Scott Bessent, which was obviously confirmed by the US Senate to lead the US Treasury last month, was talking about the fund. Do keep in mind, Bessent has taken a positive view of crypto. But Bessent mentioned something that I don't think a lot of people actually paid attention to. He mentioned how they are going to monetize the asset side of the US balance sheet for the American people, saying also that they're going to put the assets to work. So let me explain something to you real quick, okay? And I'm not going to say too much about this, I'm just going to allow you to connect the dots. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager, okay? It holds over 11,000 Bitcoin. Do keep in mind, a year ago, I predicted that by January of 2025, Bitcoin will be at $100,000. People call me crazy, and that's fine. I've already seen the blueprints to this shit, so obviously I knew what was coming anyway. I did buy a couple of Bitcoin when they were a certain price. That's why I was able to obtain the 2 properties that I have now. But if you haven't looked into BlackRock's Bitcoin ETFs, which let's do keep in mind, allow investors to invest in Bitcoin, but without having to go through the hassle of using a cryptocurrency exchange. while providing leverage to its price, then I highly recommend that you do. This is just step one to what I've been trying to bring awareness to for well over a year now. And if you really want to open your eyes, or if you want me to do it, it'll probably be a 10-minute video, so just let me know beforehand. But if not, then I highly recommend that you go look into the Texas Stock Exchange that's being backed by BlackRock and Citadel Securities, and a couple of investors that for whatever reason I can't mention on this app. Now, step two isn't necessarily something I can mention on this app, unfortunately, so I'll be putting a little bit of it down in the comment section below. But if you want a deeper dive, then I highly recommend that you go head over to my X account and you watch the video that I'm going to be posting on there tomorrow. Because step two would definitely provide clarification as to what is going to happen afterwards. Which should be obvious, but it's not, because people unfortunately have too much faith in the US dollar. But if you don't see what's happening in the crypto world right now, all I can really do is just recommend that you start investing. I've done a couple videos throughout the last couple of months trying to tell you exactly what you need to be investing in. Unfortunately, those videos haven't necessarily met a certain algorithm. But if anybody wants me to do another video on it, I gladly will. Nonetheless, I see exactly what Larry is doing.
And waiting to see.
Have you ever heard of the story, the Epic of Gilgamesh? The story was written 2000 BC. The story talks about how he was 2/3 God and 1/3 man. And the claim was that he was 17 feet tall.
Oh man.
And he was this brutal king, like just tyrant. The story goes that he was buried under the Euphrates River.
That's drying up.
Well, here's the thing. In 2003, a archaeologist by the name of York Fassbinder, he was in the Mesopotamia area and doing like the whole LiDAR thing. And what he said is, I have found the tomb of Gilgamesh.
Oh my gosh.
But it's underground, right? So they have to like dig it up. Guess what happened 1 month later?
Earthquake.
The U.S. invades Iraq.
Oh my gosh!
No way. Oh man.
This is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
All the archaeological sites were then stopped in Iraq, so stop digging, you're out of here. But the locals around this encampment, the U.S. encampment, reported that the U.S. military were digging at night, taking things out of the ground and putting them onto trucks and driving them off.
We're villains.
But we also heard they was there because of the portals that you could teleport. We also heard that. But hey, you could have been both reasons. Could have been both reasons. Who knows? Damn it. I mean, y'all spam it up, man. Put y'all thoughts in the comments. That shit get crazy. I appreciate y'all for sending these fire ass clips today. I really appreciate it.
That doesn't involve bloodshed. And you're afraid to bleed. I said you're afraid to bleed. Long as the white man sent you to Korea, you bled. He sent you to Germany, you bled. He sent you to the South Pacific to fight the Japanese, you bled. You bleed for white people. But when it comes time to seeing your own churches being bombed and little black girls murdered, you haven't got no blood.
This shit about to raise controversy.
Kendrick Lamar is the more that you listen, the more that you'll hear, and the more that you watch, the more that you'll see. So I just rewatched the Super Bowl halftime show again, and there's so much shit in this. Let's talk about it. First, I want to point out that his entire Super Bowl stage is a PlayStation controller. And who owns PlayStation? Sony? Where's Drake signed to? Sony. So that's the very first button that he's pushing here. Samuel L. Jackson comes out as Uncle Sam, and he starts the game. He says this is America's greatest game. But America's greatest game is actually on halftime, so that's not what he's talking about. Kendrick then opens with a clip of his song GNX, standing on top of his GNX. This man said, "You would not get the picture if I had to sit you for hours in front of the loop." Meaning some of you are just not gonna get this. Followed by, "Started with nothing but government cheese, but now I can seize the government too." And then says the revolution's about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. And behind him, the crowd lights lit up, warning, wrong way. The background dancers are super important to this too because they're jumping out the GNX, all the different set colors. And then Kendrick goes into Squabble Up, and all of the sets kind of go into their own colors with their own people, and they get ready, and they look like they're about to fight. As he plays Squabble Up, they all stay in their own little sets, and they all squabble up together. They then all march into these lines on the stage, and it pops back to Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam says this isn't what America wants, it's too loud, it's too reckless, and it's too ghetto, and he asks if Kendrick even knows how to play the game. The dancers then follow Kendrick up onto stage, surround him in the shape of the American flag. Kendrick is the only star on the stage, and he follows the rules, and he plays humble. Sit down. Be humble. But at the end of it, he says, "Hold up." And then he goes into DNA, and notice that all the sets behind him are now stepping together. I got loyalty, I got royalty inside my DNA. Dude is reminding himself who he is. He ends this little bit with, "Wish I was, hold up," instead of "wish I was dead." Then this man plays Euphoria, and all the sets are still together in their own colors, but they're all marching in line, and they're all marching towards the same thing, kind of like they're marching into battle. He then says it's KDOT, the fireworks go off, and he transitions into a brand new song that he debuted on the Super Bowl. I could be wrong about that, correct me if I am, but I'm pretty sure it was just debuted at the Super Bowl for the first time, and it's called Man at the Garden. And notice how the background dancers are all posted up like they're on the corner rapping like back in the days in the streets. He's literally taking it back to what he knows. And then he transitions into Peekaboo. But Uncle Sam pops back in and says that, oh, I see you brought your homeboys, the old culture cheat code. And then he deducts one life away from Kendrick. Almost like if you get all your people together, you could lose a life. This is where the subliminal messaging gets so deep, and he is the king of Easter eggs, I shit you not. Because now he's showing you exactly what to do on each move. Now on the X button, so this is the first button he decided to push. And if you pay attention, he'll show you exactly what you should be doing when you're making these moves yourself, because he's calling out to everybody in this performance. But the first move he wants to make is on Drake, and he comes through, and as he's playing Peekaboo, he does the Hotline Bling dance. This is also where he teased Not Like Us by saying he wanted to make a move, but he didn't play it, as if he's choosing the right moves and when to make them. And right now is not the right time. Then says he's gonna calm it down, and he goes over to the triangle button, and SZA and him perform their song Luther. Those lyrics say, better days coming for sure, and if it was up to me, I wouldn't give these nobodies no sympathy. And then we move over to the circle button. While they're all circling the circle with each other, the rest of the sets are marching towards the circle button. This is where Kendrick and SZA perform their song All the Stars. All the stars that are missing from that flag when Kendrick was the only one up there. We're all the stars. Everyone that is watching this performance is all the stars. He's calling to you. That's when Uncle Sam pops back in and says that's what America wants to see. It's nice and it's calm, and tells him not to mess this. And before he can say up, Kendrick starts playing the Not Like Us beat. He did his little bit with the girls, and they asked if he was really going to do it, and he said, 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. 40 acres and a mule is what they promised slaves after the Civil War. And then they tried to rig the game, but they can't fake influence, and smiled into the camera. And knowing Kendrick, he could be very influential. He then dragged Drake up and down New Orleans Super Bowl field, smiling straight into the camera when he said, say Drake. The crowd screamed A minor while he has a lowercase a on his chain, and the entire dancer spelled out minor. Then he brought out Serena Williams, and she was crip walking on Drake's grave. She's from Compton, she's Drake's ex, and her sister was also unalived in a drive-by shooting involving the Crips. Kendrick is literally saying it doesn't matter what's ever happened before, we gotta come together right now. And he's using Serena Williams in multiple different ways to show that. He then brought out Mustard and played TVs off and turned off the TV on Drake's ass. And the lights in the crowd behind him said game over. And if you were to ask me, I'd say this is most likely a multiplayer game. It could sit you for hours in front of that loop, and some of y'all still won't get this. It's chess, it ain't checkers, and dude is diabolical. So if you hear somebody say that the Super Bowl halftime was trash, they just don't get it.
Clarification. The A on his chain is not for what she said it meant. That's PG Lane, and that's part of their logo. Because you know he ain't with TDE no more. He with his own company, PG Lane. So that's what that represents. That's their logo. Y'all can go check it out. It's like two kids with an A right there. That's the logo to his company, his label. But anybody in Cali, can y'all agree with this, man? Y'all remember the clip when they all sitting there when she say debuted Man at the Garden? And they all at the street corner and they rapping? Is that how, say that didn't take y'all, that ain't nostalgic. That didn't take y'all back down memory lane? Is that, because I thought that was just a Northern California thing. When we dressed with baggy tees and baggy and Jabot jeans and all that. Y'all let me know if that's how, because I didn't know LA, I didn't know y'all dressed like that all the way too. Anybody in California, man, let me know if y'all remember dressing like that. That took me back down memory lane. That was dope. That was dope. But like I said, he from the West, bro. It's chess. It's chess. He's making his move. He's making his move. He been making his move though. The whole To Pimp a Butterfly album, that whole album, Mortal Man, how much $1 costs? When he talking about angels and he quoting the Bible, like, bro, Kendrick been on our side for I don't know how long. He talks about some of the most realest shit that we feel every day. Things that I can't discuss on, like, you know, for YouTube's guidelines. Like, it's touchy subjects, but y'all spam it up and let me know. Y'all spam it up and let me know. He did that one for the coast.
Y'all know that Rick and Morty shit I keep showing y'all?
Well, I'm gonna make a montage. I had a phone call with one of my followers who divulges into psychedelics. And he talks to the creator. Like, he escapes, and every time he talks to him, like, as soon as I got off live, he said this to me. He says that we are powering a machine, or somewhere to that effect, but when he goes, what is it? Like, he'll show him. But then when he goes, why? He won't answer that one question. He won't answer that we're in a machine. And I started thinking about all the imagery that they do show us of, you know, we are powering a machine. Like, from the Rick and Morty battery. And how have they showed us this? How have they showed us? Y'all remember that show on Netflix? Is one example. Y'all remember Men in Black with the things that were inside the locker? That's one example. You ever watch Blade Trinity when they're all in the blood bank and they're sucking up all the homeless, drinking the blood out of these warehouses? There's another example. And there's more. And I'm gonna procure a list of things that coincide with that, and subtle hints from people in government, like Tucker Carlson saying that these aliens have something to do with the spiritual element, that he thinks he's found the answer when he was on the Sean Ryan show, and he doesn't like what he's found out, which kind of coincides with the Rick and Morty thing. And yeah. And then in the Bible they say God separated the waters from the waters, and maybe, you know, you look at a star, it looks like the bottom of a pool, and you know, they can never find the lost city of Atlantis because of our perspective, how it's allegedly a lost city. And they keep changing our history, so we don't know what we are. And we have these pyramids, and how the Tower of Babel was a portal, and they want to keep free energy away from us. And back to Atlantis, I believe the whole world is Atlantis. They just divided us up into these countries when we're all under one power, powering the machine, where we keep coming back and forth, and you, especially when you go back to the Queen's death, and a certain hot mic picked up talking about her death was irreversible because she couldn't capture the consciousness to put into their own person, which that ties to Epstein Island. When you think it was they were sex trafficking, but nah, it was creating humans, and this goes back to the Cabbage Patch Kids, and also directly ties with how there's always missing children throughout the whole world. And then they give us this conspiracy of, you know, adrenochrome, and it has nothing to do with that. They direct our eyes, like they directed our eyes with Epstein when he had genetic physicists there. And I believe CERN has a lot to do with this, and that's why they always show us rockets, because they make us think outer space is real. But all it is really CERN is trying to perfect interdimensional travel, which they're in communication with, trying to get outside. Hence why they are using us for batteries, and they want to plug you into Neuralink so that you will forever never have to go through the reincarnation cycle. And then ties in with how the CIA calls us containers from a religious sect. And then you can tie in the free energy with MH370 with those orbs flying around it. And then it disappeared like it escaped as a test run from one of our privatized government contractors. If you understood anything that I just said and see how it ties together, rabbit hole to rabbit hole, tell me yes or no in the comments.
Damn, he was going, damn, Toxic was going deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole. Damn.
I don't think y'all understand that this shit finna get real. Y'all, I'm hearing that the Epstein list finna drop. I'm talking about real soon type shit. So in November 2024, Donald Trump nominated this man to become the head of the FBI. His name is Kash Patel. So right now, Patel's nomination is currently pending for the Senate Judiciary Committee. And Thursday, they gonna start the vote to see if he gonna be in there or not, because they trying to block him. But why is that? Just look at this man's face. You can see that he ain't f***ing around. He told y'all, when he get in that office, everything finna be exposed. So I heard right soon he's in, shit is dropping. Just listen to what Glenn Beck said. He's the CEO of Blaze Media.
The only thing I care about is the scandal of and in the next 10 days, you're going to see the Epstein file released.
In the next 10 days.
Next 10 days.
Oh, please. Who want that list?
Day number 1, Cash Patel walks in. By the end of the day, it will be released.
I ain't gonna lie, bro face looks serious as shit. Y'all let me know. You can tell the look in his eyes. He's dead ass. Hey, y'all let me know.
I'd rather give up my eyesight. Take my eyes, Jesus Christ. Take this eye, in fact. So here's the funny.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Y'all keep playing and don't understand on how much power that you have with your speech. So much power to the point to where God created the world with his tongue when he said, let there be light, and then there was light. This is why I pay very, very close attention to the things that come out of my mouth and the things that people speak onto me. Like when people call you dumb, stupid, retarded, never accept that and pray against that, because you should know that the words hold power. People are unknowingly and knowingly putting witchcraft on you from the power of your tongue. As y'all just seen, bro just spoke death on his eye. And just like that, poof, his eye was gone. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. Be aware of what you're speaking. Know that your words hold power.
Man, mom used to always preach that as a kid.
Did you guys know May 13th, 1985, the Philadelphia Police Department dropped a makeshift from a helicopter, destroying an entire community because they were in a 12-hour standoff with a black liberation group called MOVE?
Y'all spam it up. Philly, is this facts?
To my American followers, in Canada, we are talking a lot about how it turns out Trump is very serious about his desire to annex Canada. And I know that Americans aren't really hearing much about this because it is not something that Americans are taking seriously. But Canadians are. And Canadians feel like Americans don't care. They feel very upset. They're very hurt, of course, because like we're close allies, we're neighbors. And when the government says these things and they don't see Americans speaking against it, it hurts them. Now I know Americans, y'all got a lot going on. Canada is able to kind of focus on this annexing threat as a huge crisis for them, because it is. But you've got like 1,000 different crises going on. That being said, these are your neighbors, your allies, and a lot of you are looking to them for a way to get out. So if you have a platform, if you have a following, speak about this and speak about how you're standing with Canadians and not against them, and how this is doing so much damage to not only Americans as like a global brand, but to Americans individually as people who exist in this world alongside other people who are looking to other countries as a way to possibly escape a very scary, very bad situation. So don't stay silent on this one. Talk about it. Let your Canadian followers, let your Canadian friends and neighbors know that you are standing with them and Trump's a dumbass. That's all I want to say.
There's a war coming. Damn. I see today's uploads, it seemed to Ayo Canada. Let me know if y'all feel the same way he feel. And let's all have that talk in the comment section. Like, if you're American and you feel this and you disagree, man, spam it up. Let's be respectful though. If you agree, like, go ahead and let it be known. I also want to say, like, as an American, to my people in Canada, we forget that we neighbors with y'all. I mean, like, for me, I'm in Cali, so we ain't really even near the border of America and Canada. But if you in like Detroit, them type of places, Washington, like, I'm sure like they remember that the border's right there. But we forget that y'all neighbors. So on my end, I apologize that I forget we neighbors and we so close, because we is hella close. But yeah, y'all spam it up in the comments. This is a new topic for me, so I'm unsure like what is even like exactly going on. So I'm gonna have to look and learn a little bit more about this and be more knowledgeable on it. But yeah, enlighten me in the comment section. Like, spam it up.
Apple is secretly cloning all of us. It's all starting to make sense, y'all. Why they have all this stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
Hey, that's a great ass way to put it. Didn't think of that.
From the hood to the
From
woods,
the hood
man.
to the woods, man, we made it. Look at all these people, man. Y'all see all the people back there?
We out here, baby.
That's
we out here from the hood to the woods.
What's up, family? What's up? Why are y'all so beautiful and melanated? Oh, hey, oh. Damn.
Don't wash out.
Huh. Give thanks.
Yeah, that's what my EP, the beat tape I released is about. It's just more so it's an old school Bay Area.
Okay, yeah. From the hood to the woods, man.
From the hood to the woods.
Hey, we from the hood to the woods, hey. Hey, from the hood to the woods.
To my people out in SAC, would y'all be interested in doing something like that? Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'll put it together. Y'all let me know if y'all be interested. And if anybody in the comment section, y'all all link up in y'all city, man, spam it up. Do that in y'all city, bro. I think it's good for us to get out into the nature. So, hey, I will push that on my end. I know if y'all in y'all same city, if y'all all in Atlanta, y'all all in Texas, y'all all in New York, y'all all wherever you at. You over in China, y'all all in South Africa, because I'm just naming places that I know some of y'all be. Y'all in New Zealand, y'all out there in Australia, yeah, wherever you at in the world. If y'all feel like y'all in the comment section and all y'all come together, hey, this is what it's here for. So go ahead and do y'all thing. But if we in SAC, if anybody in SAC down with this, let me know. Holla at me on the gram. I'm gonna post this on the gram too, so we can see if this could be something we can make happen when the sun come back out and it get warmer. So let me know, man.
Okay, so since I keep changing lives, I'm gonna change everyone's life on here, okay? And so here, go to the store, get 2 avocados, cut the avocado pits up. Do not peel them, don't soak them, don't do shit. Just get the avocado off of it, cut it up. Get 91% alcohol in a spray bottle. Let that shit soak overnight. Put the avocado pits in the alcohol, let it sit overnight and spray any pain. I don't care, joint pain, neck pain, muscle pain, spasms, I don't give a what it is, any pain. Spray it on there and thank me later. When I say everybody has been tripping balls about this concoction, oh my God, Chelsea, this man on here told me about it. So now I'm telling everyone else because I had a crick in my neck and it's gone literally in minutes, not even seconds. Thank me later, you're welcome.
I'm hitting the store up anyway, so I gotta check that.
The rhyme goes red, yellow, blue, green, orange, purple, and violets. The visual light spectrum that's perceived between the eyelids. The accumulation of all information gathered through visual data is dark matter. So that's...
Oh my God.
That's 7 colors in the visual light spectrum. That's all you can see when exhibited, distributed, less than 1% of the universe, and that's limited. So when you take all these 7 colors and put them together, they make one color, which is black, which is the accumulation of all. From the blackness now, you have the primordial source from which you can create something. The so-called Genesis story says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, he creates the sun, but the one thing he doesn't create in the Genesis story is dark. Because the dark always existed. That's the neutrinos, and that's the dark matter. So from this blackness, or from this chem, then you can take things and start to create, then you can start to mold.
Man, he give me 5% vibes.
Type in Americans Are Gone in the search bar. The wide range of reactions to those 15 hours is quite interesting and entertaining. Enjoy.
That last clip with the ships, somebody gonna come with some crazy shit to say. You can't say man, look, ain't no such thing as coincidences. And I know they be saying the eyes be playing tricks on you and all that shit. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. To me, it's a glitch in the matrix. Spam it up if you agree. Collective, y'all came through with the clips today, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all didn't miss to me, not one time. Y'all didn't miss. Y'all came with the heat. A lot of everything y'all sent today was controversial. It made me dive deeper. It taught me something. I appreciate y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. I know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But if you're watching on your TV or whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you're having a smooth 7. Again, today was some heat. I appreciate y'all, man. I had fun looking at these videos. Thank you, Collective, again. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You